Welcome to the Golf and Sifu. Today we're going to take a look at Jordan Spieth's swing. Show you a couple unique things that he does. He's got a fantastic golf swing. So over here on the left, we're going to look at the downline video. I'm going to take a look at his posture real quickly. Set up very, very well. A couple things to note. If you look at his shoulders there, clubs are the entire club grip area is outside the shoulder line. If you look at that line going down to his toes, those hands are pretty much under his chin to nose area. Set up very well. Let's take a look as he goes back here. He takes the club on that bottom line. As you can see him going back there. One thing you'll notice, he has quite a bit of movement in the body. The torso area as he goes back, he's compressing that head down into the ball. But again, we talked a lot about there's no golf ball up there. His backswing is perfectly inside that plane. That's great, but again, there's no ball up there, so it doesn't really matter. Watch what he does as he comes back. These are the four fundamentals of the golf swing. Club starts tracking right down through that swing plane on that bottom line. He's got a lot of good stuff going on. You can see the rotation of the hips happening. That right heel is already starting to come up off the ground. It means his weight's moving forward. That club's tracks on that bottom line right into the ball. You can already see that left foot's rotating out. So fundamental number one, he's on plane. Number two is rotation. That weight's already moving forward. Number three is balance. Obviously his body has moved a lot, but it's his body movement, so it's his balance points. And as it continues on, you can see where the green is, just over that bunker. Watch where his belly buttons, hips, torso area are facing, basically out there in the water. So that's how much he moves. And you can actually see a very unique thing with him. If you look at that left foot, and we're going to see this really good here in the side view, that left foot is rotated and his weight's completely on the outside of it. So he moves through the ball fantastic. It's really, really cool what he does. Now over here on the face-on view on the right, look at the red lines there on his arms and the shaft. That's what I call the big Y. And that's one of the videos I did is Know Your Why. The baseball swing, the tennis forehand, it's all the same at impact. So you're going to see the big Y here. And when we get to impact, we're going to draw a little Y, and you'll see that as well. See the red lines on his thighs and again on his head. So he's got a lot of movement going on here. So we're going to take a look at it as he goes back. Right there. That's great. Nothing's really moved. He continues on. A little slow on this one, but here we come to the top. Watch as he starts to come. I'm going to move this forward a little bit. Watch, he starts to come down. So that head starts to compress right there. It gets close to parallel. Head starts going down. Body starts going forward. Rotation. Look how much that head has dropped and has moved forward in that swing. So with all these guys, there's nothing perfect with their body movements. They are going to have subtleties, but watch how his head, as it comes back, it moves up and back. But look at his torso. It's going forward, rotation, right heel's off the ground, that left one's already going out, the head has now come back, you can see this, back into the box, and an impact is actually going slightly backwards. Okay, now look at this impact position right here, and I talk about the little Y. That. You drew basically a Y there. Look at those angles. In front of that line, those hands like we talk about using the impact bag. Getting those hands moving forward at impact. Head's back up in there, and as he continues on, look at that left foot rotating out. I haven't seen anybody else do that, so pretty cool move. He's almost probably right here. There's not much on the ground. The outside of that left foot and that right toe. That's about it. It's amazing. Generates a lot of power through there, and he's really going at it. And he finishes. Boom. That's his balance. So, hope you enjoyed this. Real quick tutorial shows that he does a couple unique things, but again, the four fundamentals that every professional golfer does. So, to your success.